up, guys? I'm Josh Mosiman. Welcome to This Week in MXA, episode number 155, presented by O'Neill Racing. Thank you guys for tuning in. We are in Marietta at the KTM test tracks, and this is just outside of the new KTM headquarters. The old KTM headquarters used to be right there down the hill. Now it's over the hill, about a mile and a half away. So new KTM headquarters, same track, same location. They got two tracks here. This one's more of a brownish clay, and then they got some darker dirt on the next Supercross track, and then they got Enduro Cross track on the far side. But we're here for the KTM intro. It's a big week of intros. KTM tonight, Honda Tuesday night, and Husqvarna Wednesday night. So they got us press guys running around like crazy. But in this episode, we're gonna talk to Chase Sexton about his new team and what it's like switching over to KTM. We also got Plessinger, Julien, Beaumer, and Tom Vialle riding for the KTM team on the 450 and 250 side. Right now, the Supercross track looks like a lot of fun to ride on because it's brand new and smooth, but it's gonna be cool. We're gonna see the factory guys ride it soon and see how they do on the track and talk to them in this video.
We got the stash comb.
Yeah. See, this is what I'm talking about right here. This is what I need.
This is 3 years, you know, three going on 4 years of experience. So
yeah,
stash.
I'm going on, like, I've tried it here and there.
I like it.
But this is like pretty much my main question for you is like, what you think about it so far?
I dig
really?
it.
Really?
It looks thick. It looks nice.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of YouTube comments. I mean, people are used to seeing me without it. And then as soon as I got a little, caterpillar on my lip, it sparked some controversy in the comments. People don't like it, but I do get some support.
Yeah, people didn't like mine first either, but you gotta let them know.
Yeah.
You gotta let them know this is here. It's here to stay.
Yeah.
It's not going anywhere. And they'll get down with it.
All right.
They'll get down with it.
I need a small comb like that,
Yeah.
so I can
get you a little broom comb.
Little broom comb. Yeah. Nice.
Little broom stash comb.
All right. Well, good stuff.
Comes in handy.
Yeah, it does. Honestly, I need to get on that program. But man, we're at the Supercross test track, well into the off season, a couple weeks away from Anaheim 1. I think we're like 33 days or something like that.
Yeah.
32.
Yeah.
So
it always scares me when you say the day number.
I know,
but,
right?
It's coming fast.
It is coming fast. You had a longer season than almost everybody by doing Motocross the Nation. So run us through, like, how much time did you take off after that?
Yeah, it was a whole 2 weeks without training. And then I got back into the training, just a little bit here and there for the first week. And I was actually on the way back from vacation, Gatlinburg, and I was on a 10-hour drive. And I just started to drive, and I get the call. I said, "Hey, mate, I'm going to cycle at 8 a.m. tomorrow. You in?" I was like, count me in, brother.
Oh, my
But
gosh.
no, it's been good. I think, I got a full mental kind of reset, and I haven't really felt, I've been doing too much.
Yeah.
It's been good. They throw me in with the wolves, and I got chewed up for the first couple of days, but I started getting my feet back under me.
Yeah.
And
just
and
2
now
weeks off. You think, does it really do that to you?
I mean,
2
it
weeks
just
off, and then you
depends.
started training. How many weeks do you take off the bike? A week
3.
later?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
3 weeks
So
off.
3 weeks off the bike, 2 weeks with no training. I actually got kind of bored and started doing push-ups that night because, dude, when you train this much and you go from training all the time to nothing, you feel like a hot pile of trash
Yeah.
after a couple of days, just not doing nothing. I'm like, dude, I gotta
do
something.
Yeah.
But no, I think I just had like a quick reset and got to see a lot of people that I haven't seen in a while, and got to hang out with my family a lot. So
that's cool.
It was good. It was a nice little reset, and I think I'm back good mentally now.
Nice. How does it feel? This is going into year 3, right, for KTM.
Yes,
How
sir.
does that feel like building off of the last 2 years? A lot of laps led, obviously, and then just building off that momentum. And obviously, I know what it's like to have a healthy year and not have big injuries set you back. So, I mean, how does that building block stack up for you right now?
Yeah. I mean, it's good. I feel really good right now. I think I feel better right now than coming into past seasons.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's credit to actually having the longer season and only taking that off, and not giving my base enough time to fully collapse.
Yeah.
But it feels really good, honestly, and the changes they've made to this bike it's unreal, and we're going across the top of the whoops like nothing, and it turns so good, and just the bike itself is just really, really good right now. Hopefully it translates when we get back to the East Coast, and then when race time comes. But as far as right now, I feel the best I've felt coming into a Supercross season. And then, like they were saying up on the stage, I'm the veteran now. I gotta freaking produce some results for these boys.
That's cool. That's cool.
No, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling
cool.
really, really good, and I got some high expectations for this year, and I'm ready to fulfill them.
I like it. What about what's something big that's been changed in the bike that you notice on the track? Is it the whoops, or is it somewhere else on the track that you feel the updates they've made to the new factory edition help for you? So
it's weird because it was almost like a gradual change or a gradual feel for me. I got on it, and at first I was like, I don't really notice anything. Maybe a little bit more traction here, a little bit turning better here. But as the laps rolled on and on, I felt the smoothness of it in between the rhythms and out of the corners where I would feel acceleration bumps. I don't feel that anymore, and where I feel it hangs up on the whoops with the old stuff. It doesn't do that now, and just the smoothness of it is crazy. And I really feel, I really have a lot of confidence that it's going to translate to when we do get to racing. These transitions, as you guys saw, are a lot race-like.
That's cool.
So it's definitely got a lot of potential, and I'm stoked.
That's cool. And then obviously you have a couple new teammates, as we mentioned today and learned today. Chase said that you guys haven't ridden together that much yet. So you've been back in Florida. He's been here testing. Is that the case?
Yeah. He's been out here for the whole for the whole month of November.
Okay.
And I started in California, and then I came out here like the week after I started in Florida, and then came out here, rode with Chase and Tom for like, I think I was out here for 2 days,
Gotcha.
maybe. And then I went back home and just kind of been grinding ever since. And they've been out here grinding away. So we haven't really got to ride that much together. I'm sure it'll come as the season progresses.
Totally.
And we get out here, and then we go back to Florida. Maybe, he can come over for a day. I can go over there for a day.
Cool.
We just got to feel it out. But I would love to ride with him a little bit more now that we're getting closer to the season, just to see how we both stack up. I'd love for us, both to do good. I mean, he's the champion, and I got some stuff to prove. So I think once we do get to ride together, it's only going to make us that much better.
That's cool. And then mentally, in between races and even going into the season, what's something that you've learned maybe through 23 that you're taking into 24 that even the average rider at home can take into their own racing season and to their own riding? Is it something technique-wise that stuck out to you, or is it maybe relaxing on the weekend by going to the beach and not thinking about motocross, or like something within your family, like spending more time with your kids? Like what's something that's changed that you're excited to implement into 24?
you know, on the track, not too much has changed. You know, I'm always, you know, trying to focus on my elbows being up. You see me sometimes, I'm freaking.
Hey, I'm guilty, man.
Elbows down.
I'm guilty too. I'm guilty too.
24/7, 365. I'm working on that.
That's cool.
So that's one thing that I've been focused on a little bit more this year.
What are you doing to do that? Like, do you use your pointer fingers or do you use your middle fingers in the clutch?
I think pointer. I think both pointer.
Okay.
I used to be both middle.
Okay.
My mom actually has a picture of me going around the first corner of Minios on a 65, and I'm like this.
Yeah.
She thought I was flipping the camera off.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. That's funny.
So yeah, I'm both pointer, but I've just kind of, I don't know if it comes with experience or what, but I've been able to think more while I'm riding, and maybe it's because of the bike just being a little bit smoother here and there. Just focus on my elbows being up and not thinking, you know, like I have to go so fast this way or that way, when in reality, when you do that, you're gonna go faster. So it, you know, it plays hand in hand. But off the track, you know, mentally, I think I lacked last year that I didn't come to the starting gate, you know, thinking or knowing I could win.
Yeah.
And that's like one of the biggest things that you could possibly do for yourself is know you're the best on the track when you do come to the line, and it's going to be that much easier to not think about it when you're in the lead, when you do get a hole shot or something like that. So it comes natural instead of, oh crap, I got the hole shot, what do I do?
Yeah.
You know, when you always think that, you know, you don't have to show it or tell everybody you're the best, you just have to know it.
Exactly.
You just have to know it. So that's one thing that I've tried, you know, doing, and it's helping a lot, and it's making me stronger mentally, stronger on the bike, and just overall better.
Cool. All right, last question. I need to get a comb, but is there also any kind of like gel that you put in like beard balm or something like that, or you just run it?
Usually I just run it.
Okay.
But I have been putting this stuff in the hair, slick it back a little bit, make it look a little thicker.
Okay.
But I also take a little tiny bit, spread it on the comb.
Yeah.
And brush it down, because you gotta tame this thing.
Dude, you
it's
honestly
like a wild
do.
beast.
Mine comes straight out and goes all crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You gotta tame it. You gotta get some little bit of wax, a little bit of, you know, beard wax, mustache wax.
Yeah.
Tame it down. It might not taste good.
No.
But, you know,
you gotta work on it.
You gotta get it to lay down.
That's
you gotta get it to lay down. But once it lays down, dude, you're
doing
good.
well. I'm working on it. All right. Thanks for your time, man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate
Thank you.
Good stuff.
Yep.
All right, guys. KTM and Chase Sexton, two things that we did not see before, and now we are seeing brand new to the team. And we got to watch, this is my first time watching you in person.
Yeah.
Honestly, you look smooth, man. Like riding low in the RPMs. You weren't really a rever on the Honda either.
No.
You've always been pretty low in the RPMs, but and you look good on the bike, man. That's cool to see.
Yeah, it's been a good transition. I feel comfortable, and I feel like overall, like the bike fits me just a little bit better. I don't look as big on it, I don't feel like, and it's been fun so far. It's a lot different. It's not a Honda anymore, and it's a lot different. So it's been fun to just learn a new bike, and it's been good for me also as a rider to get off something and try something new.
Yeah. So as test riders, people like watch our videos, they hear us talk about the pros and cons of every bike.
Yeah.
What's something that you feel different about Honda versus KTM? Like more traction, more smoother power, you know, like what's something that stood out to you right away?
I would just say the stability on the KTM. I feel like it's a stiffer bike, but for me, I tend to load it a lot more than other guys, and for me, I think when I loaded the Honda, it was a little bit my fault. I should have probably not been as aggressive with it, but I feel like when I loaded it, I didn't get the greatest feedback sometimes. And with this thing, when I loaded it, it really reacts well for me, and that's something like when I first rode it, that I feel like I was pretty stable, and the power is a lot different. It's really easy to ride, but I've actually been trying to get the motor faster and faster because it was a lot different than the Honda.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, it's a new bike. It has its pros and cons, but overall I've been working through them and made a lot of changes so far.
Have you ridden the bike on outdoors at all, or just been focused on Supercross?
I've ridden it on outdoors. I actually really liked it on outdoors.
Really?
Yeah, it was fun. It was like I said, a lot more stiff feeling, but also I feel like last year I was losing a lot of time because I was running a super soft setup. So I'm excited to try it outdoors too.
That's cool. And then have you ridden a stock bike yet, or just been factory?
Never ridden a stock bike, which I actually want to. I rode the Honda stock bike quite a bit, and I actually want to get just a regular stock bike that I can ride wherever. Yeah. Maybe like a 125 or something. Like, it's kind of cool that they make all the bikes where I can try them out. And it's pretty cool. Yeah, and the frames are the same for each bike too. So switch engine mounts and a couple other things and call it good. So that'd be awesome. No, I'm actually excited. So it'd be fun.
Yeah. So I want to look back. It was 2013, I think. We went to the Czech Republic for Junior World Championships. Yeah. And did you go one other time or no?
No, that's it.
That was it. So 2013 Czech Republic. You were just a little guy.
Yeah.
And him and my brother were racing. I was in the 125 class, and you had the same style then that you do now, standing, butt out, like flat back, and strong rider back then. And then now it's pretty cool to see like how far that's gone to be a 450 Supercross champion. Yeah. Now switching to KTM, so awesome for me outside looking in. Like awesome to see your career, and I guess I want to look back on those 85 days on a Yamaha 85. Could you see yourself then to where you are now?
No, never. Like I actually just talked about this. I think when I did the interview with Adam, like growing up, until I got on big bikes, I never really thought I always thought I was like good, but I never like saw myself not making a career out of it. I just didn't really think that far ahead, and I was just racing a lot locally. I obviously raced the amateur nationals, but until I got on big bikes, I never really like put it in perspective. Like, oh, I could be like really, really good and win championships. So it kind of hit me when I came out here to California when I went to Star, and it was kind of the first time where I'm like, wow, like. I mean, I can ride with the pros and I can like ride their speed, not easy, but fairly comfortably. Yeah. And that's, I guess, when it kind of clicked in for me, and ever since then I've been training and preparing for this kind of moment, and still learning, but overall it's been a fun journey.
That's cool. What's keeping you grounded now? Like, how are you able to navigate the media interviews like us? We're doing speed dating right now, where all the interviews are running around asking you big questions. You got a lot of eyes on you, having the #1 plate now, switching teams, so a lot of maybe extra pressure. What is that like for you, and what are you doing to manage that and navigate through that? And is it something that affects you a lot, or is it something that just you take it with a grain of salt?
Yeah, I don't feel like it really affects. I mean, obviously pressure everyone feels it. Like, no matter what you say, everyone feels pressure. But for me, I think it doesn't really bother as much because I have a really good group of people around me as far as friends and family. Like, I just feel like guys that maybe don't have that take racing not more seriously, but it affects them more, good or bad. So for me, I have a really good group of people around me that support me no matter what, and that's something that I can always rely on in the bad times and the good times. And that's, for me, one thing that's kept me grounded. And being from the Midwest is just a little bit different. I feel like we have different mentalities, and that's something that I like too.
That's cool. What about like one of the guys in your corner, Peter Park, right? And he's your trainer now. Yeah. And how long has he been your trainer?
This will be the 3rd or 4th year.
Cool.
4th year. So.
And he's up in
Santa Barbara.
Santa Barbara, that's right. So a couple hours north of here, and then you're working with him even when you're in Florida as well. Mm-hmm. And then you have a trainer, right, that goes with you in addition to him?
Yeah, so I have Peter, obviously, as my trainer. And that's why I kind of been up here. I've been out here for a month, so I kind of go back and forth between here and there.
Cool.
Been training with him a lot, but we also have Philip. He's kind of like works with Peter a little bit. He's kind of like, not my babysitter, but keeps me in check 24/7, which it's cool to have. And there's no slipping up. And also I have Tom and Levi training with me now, which it's cool and a cool addition to something that I haven't had before.
Yeah, so a lot of people watching this video know that you've switched to KTM, and they would assume that you'd be working under the Alden Baker program, as that's where all of the Austrian riders go, KTM and Husqvarna. So you just mentioned Tom Vialle, Levi Kitchen. Levi's not even riding for the same team. Yeah. And then you guys are working with Peter Park. So I guess KTM was pretty generous letting you kind of go your own way with that, right?
I think it just shows a lot of like the confidence they have in me, and I feel like the confidence I have in them is mutual. So it was cool. That was one of my biggest things. Like, I just told them, like, or not told them, but asked like, if you guys believe in me, like this would be something that I feel like moving forward I like to have. And Peter's been a huge help on, off the bike, in life. It's been really fun having him. So
Cool.
Something that I definitely didn't want to give up, and it's cool to have him still.
Awesome. And then we just got back from Austria about like a month before you did, and we got to do the full tour of KTM.
Yeah.
I got to race an Austrian national ride practice track over there. So Trevor and I, Dennis Stapleton, Josh Fout, we had a blast in Austria for like a week. And then I saw you got to go over there and do something pretty much same thing, touring the factory. How cool was that?
Super rad. I had a really good time. I was actually really sick when I went over there. I had COVID. I came from Hawaii, so I flew 30. I had like a 30-hour travel day to get over there.
Oh my gosh.
And that was like, had COVID. I then ended up getting staph in my throat.
Oh my gosh.
While I was there. So it was like, I really enjoyed being over there. Like, I actually, for how sick I was, I feel like I had a lot of fun for how sick I was, and it was pretty cool. So, yeah, the whole team, like, going over there really showed how much they care and how much they put into racing. And
yeah,
man, they're all in. So it's really cool to see, and it was something that I feel like was needed for me to go over there and kind of see the other side of. Obviously, we see it here, but going over and see where stuff's made and how much work and time they put into it is really motivated me.
And the town's pretty cool over there too, huh?
Yeah, really awesome. It's Austria is super pretty, and definitely want to go back over. I want to go back over there when it's snowing, which would be cool.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Cool, man. Congratulations on the new ride.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time. Good luck.
Thank
See
you.
soon.
Thank you.
All right. How do you say your last name? Beaumer?
Beaumer.
Bomber? Okay, Beaumer.
Yeah.
Okay. I had it right for the last couple months,
Yeah.
but it took me some time. Dude, congratulations on the factory ride, man. Like,
Thank you.
We've talked about it. I've talked about it on some videos. We've watched you go from Yamaha Anaheim 2 Supercross Futures to KTM Orange Brigade Supercross Futures to now the factory team, man. Like, what's that transition been like? It's been a whirlwind in the last year.
Yeah, for sure. It's been a wild last year. I feel like it's gone by pretty fast. But yeah, it's been crazy starting last year on a Yamaha at A2 privateer in the B class, and then now we're a month out from A1. So it's been awesome though. I'm really happy with the whole team. We've got a really good environment around us, so
that's cool.
It's been awesome.
And are you from Lake Havasu? Were you born
Yeah.
there? Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so born in Lake Havasu, and then you have a huge background in jet skis.
Yeah.
You were a pro or amateur pro, or?
Yeah, I've raced pro a couple times, but I won all my major titles in the junior classes and in amateur.
That's cool. That's cool. Hey, I know you have to be gnarly to be good on a jet ski, and obviously that translates over into moto. I remember seeing you on a Suzuki 85 out of Glen Helen, hammering laps.
Yeah.
And now here you are, dude. So congratulations. It's
Thank
pretty cool
you.
to see.
Thank you.
Pretty cool to see. What's the biggest, like, I guess, how does it feel to be at this position now? Is it easier than you thought it would be to navigate a gnarly track like this and keep up with some impressive riders alongside you? Is it easier than you thought it was, or like what's the expectation versus reality level here?
I feel like it looks gnarlier than it is, but then at the same time, like the track can bite you at any moment.
Yeah.
These tracks are so gnarly, and they get so chewed out that you gotta respect the track at all times.
Yeah.
You gotta respect what the track can do to you, and where it can bite you. So obviously you gotta be on your toes, focused at all times. So, but we've had a good off season. Having the guys here to learn off of has been amazing, and we definitely had a good last couple months. So
That's cool. What about you working with Davey Millsaps? Is he your full-time trainer, or and are you going east at all, or are you staying out here for all your training and everything?
I'll stay here
Okay, cool.
the whole time. Yeah.
Cool, awesome. So what's that been like working with Davey Millsaps? I mean, he pretty much works exclusively with you, or Dean Wilson sometimes as well?
Yeah, he worked with Dean last year, and then he works a little bit with Benny.
Okay, cool.
So, but he's with me most of the time. Obviously, Benny's in Paso, so he's far.
Yeah.
But we went up there not long ago, rode with him for a little bit. But no, we've definitely had a good off season. He's pushed me to the limits, and we're definitely in a good place physically, mentally.
Cool.
And I think we're ready to go.
Cool. And then what about the option of going, because you're on the KTM, a lot of people watching this video will assume that you train with Alden Baker, so you don't train with Alden, right? You're only with
Yeah,
Davey?
Yeah, Davey only.
Cool. All right. And how is that, like, I guess, how long have you worked with Davey, and what was the motivation for doing that?
I started working with Davey January 1st this year. So
Really?
technically,
Okay,
yeah.
right before A2.
Yeah, right before A2, we started working together, and then we stayed together all the way since. And I had talked to, when I had made my deal with KTM, I told him that I would like to keep him in my corner. And obviously, Davey has a good relationship with Carlos, Ian, Roger, so they were fine with it. They were happy with Davey, so they didn't have too big of an issue.
Cool. So I'm wearing the O'Neill hat. O'Neill sponsoring our This Week in MXA videos. You're wearing O'Neill gear. Obviously, you're wearing the orange today. Go with the orange team, the program. But what's your favorite color and favorite set of O'Neill gear?
Favorite color, favorite set. I dig the red.
Yeah.
I've worn that a couple times. I seen Marv posted in the Prodigy blue gear yesterday, so that gear I like.
Sick.
I think that gear's sick.
Sick.
The gear I wore at Salt Lake was sick too.
Yeah.
I like that gear.
Which color was it? Was it the red, white, and blue?
No,
or?
it was like the crazy color.
Oh yeah, like,
like
yellow, orange, red a little bit.
Yeah, it was just a bunch of different colors. I don't know.
That's cool.
But
That's cool.
yeah.
All right, and then East Coast, West Coast, is that something that you're trying to figure out, or
No,
is there
we're
a
racing
goal?
West.
You're racing West?
Yeah.
Dude, congratulations.
West.
That's awesome.
That's the plan right now.
That's awesome. So most teams, they don't decide until the last minute. That's pretty cool. You got that confirmation right now.
Yeah.
What was the thought process besides that? You're based out here, so it makes more sense?
Yeah, I'm based out here, and the team's out here, so I think we had a talk about it, and obviously with the way Deegan was thrown into it last year and then started progressing super quick, they want to do the same with me. Don't wait until East and watch the races go by. Just throw them straight in.
Throw them in.
And start getting experience right away.
That's cool. That's cool. Awesome, man. Well, last question. What's it like being alongside Aaron and Chase and Tom? And you said you've been out here so a lot with Chase Sexton lately then, right? How's that been?
Yeah, it's been awesome. Obviously having Chase, the defending champion, around, he has a lot of experience as well as AP, and Tom obviously having his first year last year. So they all have a good amount of experience. They all know what the tracks are like. So just learning every day from them, watching them, and trying to learn something new every day has been big.
Are those guys helpful, or are they like, hey, it's a new rookie, I don't want him to pass me or beat me on lap times?
No.
Do they give you tips and stuff like that?
Yeah, everyone's pretty helpful.
Cool.
Everyone talks. We all have a good vibe at the track, and everyone just enjoys it.
Cool.
And enjoys the grind.
All right. Well, good luck, man. Excited to see you.
Thank you.
Yep. Sweet. All right, guys, we are here with Tom Vialle. Tom, thank you for your time. Awesome off-season for you, winning the Motocross of Nations in France with Team France, and then racing the Paris Supercross, obviously, just a couple weeks ago. And I want to know, you're a French guy, you come here to the U.S., huge culture shock, brand new country, brand new everything to be here last year. What was it like to go home to France? Like, what was that feel like? And then what was it like to come back here, come back to work in the U.S. in California? Like, what did it feel like to go back to your favorite coffee shop or go home or French food? Like, what was that experience like for you?
It was pretty nice, to be honest. So
really?
After the nation, I went back to my place, and for like about 3-4 weeks.
Nice.
So I've been enjoying, like seeing some friends and family and having some good time was pretty cool. I kind of enjoying right now the US, the lifestyle.
Really?
So yeah, I'm pretty good, and I was happy to just get back to work and train again for next year. It's gonna
Cool.
be a good year for me. I mean, a pretty important year. So. Yeah, I was happy to get back. I just start right now after a year to getting used and really being, let's say, happy with my life and stuff. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I got to tell you guys, I've been to France. I went to Annecy. Annecy is beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And then we got to race at Dardagnan.
Yeah.
Beautiful track,
Yeah.
massive hills. So it's a huge difference to come here, but that's what I wanted you to hear, or I wanted to hear you say, like, it was nice to come back to the US and you feel more comfortable now. It is so different, but that's cool to hear that you're maybe more accustomed to it now.
Yeah, way more. When I came over, I mean, last winter was my first time flying to the US, so I didn't know anything about, like only video and picture, but living there, when you come over for like 1 or 2 months, it's pretty cool. But then when you start to live the whole year, I had some tough time. But right now, I feel like I found my life, and it's getting way better. The training has been pretty good so far, so I'm enjoying it.
That's cool. And your training is different now.
So I train with Chase Sexton right now. So I train with Peter.
Cool.
His trainer. So we start like about a month ago, beginning of November, and so far it's going good.
Nice.
It's way different than from what I was doing last year. It's way more based like what I was doing in Europe, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, the training physically is way closer, and then also like riding on the bike with Chase is pretty nice for me. You know, like I mean, learning a lot from him. Is one of the best right now in the world in Supercross. So just riding Supercross with him, and it's pretty cool for me. You know, like it's a nice opportunity, I would say, and I enjoyed the training. We had some fun. We had some nice moments together. So it's pretty cool so far. I enjoy it.
That's cool. That's cool. So are you going to be in California or Florida or both throughout the year?
I live in Florida, so I'm based in Florida.
Okay, cool. But any of you been here lately or?
We've been here like 4 months, so
Okay.
I'm actually flying back to Florida.
Nice.
now. Yeah.
Nice. Awesome. Well, what do you prefer, California or Florida?
Way different, I think.
Yeah, way different.
I enjoy, you know, I have my house in Florida, so I kind of, you know, when
More
you live
comfortable,
there,
yeah.
more comfortable in Florida. But I like going here. It's way different, but I like it also California. I think to ride the track, the dirt is, I think it's way better in Florida.
Totally.
So I like it. The track are nice there, and I have my life, let's say, there, like my routine, let's say.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
enjoy it.
That's cool. That's cool. And what was it like to win Motocross of Nations with Team France? I mean, was that better than you thought, or maybe different than you thought it would feel? Or I mean, it was a massive record-selling crowd in France and in Ernay, and I guess what was that experience like? That's the top of the top.
Yeah, it was a crazy weekend.
Really?
We've been like the nation. We all see the video in 2015. I think was crazy, and was just the same or even more. I think like when I was behind the gate on Saturday or something, like because any the track you can really see the whole crowd in front of
It's
you.
like a stadium, right?
Yeah, it's like almost like a Supercross in bigger. Like it's pretty fun, and was huge.
Yeah.
Even when you ride, you can hear them, and was pretty nice for us, for the team to win as a country, and then also myself winning the 250. So I had a great weekend. Saturday went good, and Sunday as well. So I enjoy it. Sorry.
Last question, like what's the biggest, I guess, change now for 2024 for you? Just being more comfortable with the stadiums, more comfortable with the dirt?
Yeah.
What's
I think so. You know, like I had some good races in Supercross, being close to the podium a few times, but a lot of up and downs. So that's really the goal, to be way more stable and fighting every weekend on the podium and on the win. You know, like to be up there, fighting on up front every weekend and be more stable. That's really the goal for 2024.
Awesome.
Proud of testing the waters of Supercross.
Yeah. So Yogi came, I think after the nation, he came, we were all in holiday. So he came like for 2 or 3 weeks. And so I didn't saw him riding. And he's actually doing pretty good. So he trained here in California for like, November, December. So maybe almost 3 months or something before his first race. He's going to race straight 450. So that's pretty tough, to be honest.
Yeah.
To be honest, even him, like I don't think he can say what really he can do. You know, like we will all see. He's a great starter, so hopefully he can take a good start in the main and hopefully lead some laps. And you never know. Like I think it's tough to say he's gonna do top 5, top 10, or top 12. I mean, I don't know. You know, it's pretty tough to say. I think he's doing pretty good on training. He's riding quite a lot in the week, so I think Supercross. I mean, I've been there last year. It's just. I mean, everything is so new, like from the bike setup to the riding, and just need some time. And I mean, I don't really know what he's gonna do. We will see in NAM1, but hopefully he can do good. Yeah.
Awesome. MXGP is very different from Supercross, but you made
way
the transition.
different. And it's a little bit like me. I mean, we never ride in Europe. We don't have time, and the team also don't really want us to ride Supercross.
Yeah.
So it's kind of really new. So at the beginning it's kind of nice, and then when you get to a certain level, then it's getting tough to pass the last step, let's say.
Yeah.
So we will see. I think Yogi will ride like for 2 months before the first Supercross, maybe a bit more, but it's a short time. So we will see what he can do.
Awesome. All right, cool. Thanks for your time.
All right.
All right, guys, that's it from the KTM intro. Jamie Robertson, known each other for a long time.
Yes.
And appreciate you putting these events together and keeping MXA up to date on what's going on with KTM. How was it for you?
It was good for us. We loved being out here in the lights and showing the new team off to everybody.
Cool. What are your predictions for the team? Aaron Plessinger or Chase Sexton? Where are you gonna put them on the podium?
Ooh.
Top 5, top 10?
Wait, individually?
Yeah,
or?
where do you think they're going to be?
Oh, top 5.
Okay,
Top
cool.
3.
Top 3.
Top 3.
Okay, good. And what's it like to work for KTM?
What is it like to work for KTM? It's an adventure. Every day is different. We have a lot of fun from street to off-road. It's amazing.
A lot of different hats, red, white, and orange.
Yes.
Nice. Awesome. All right, Jamie Robertson, thank you very much. Thanks for having us this week in MXA, episode 155. We're out.
Like and subscribe. Jamie.